Hello, how are you, friends? Welcome to a new video, friends. The like goal for this video will be just 20,000 likes. I hope we can reach the like goal so I can upload the next video. Also, remember that we now have the email option active so we can stay in touch with you and receive your contributions for future videos. So without further ado, let's get started. You are an architect. You have recently been tasked with building a structure like no other, an unprecedented project, a work that will change the course of history. From day one, you sense this is more than just steel and concrete. It's a vision, a promise from above. The pace of construction is fast and steady, almost dizzying. Every added floor seems to press against the atmosphere. However, your team works with dedication, and you with a determination that borders on obsessive. As the months go by, details have started to emerge. Instructions that don't arrive complete, measurements that don't match, angles that seem different from the day before. Despite all these setbacks, nothing serious will be able to stop this great project. You've focused on adjusting, correcting, and moving forward in your project. After several months of work, the team has started to change. They don't last more than a few weeks. Some just quit without saying a word. Others simply disappear from the project without leaving a clear record. That's why you've had to hire more workers, no matter where they come from. As long as they know, building the language stops being a priority. Over the months, you've installed simple and easy to understand signs. Since the structure has to fulfill its purpose to reach the top, at least that was the initial task. It's just that one day everything simply stopped, everything came to a halt, everything just froze. There was no signal, no gesture, no warning at all that would let us know what was happening. Simply put, those men who once managed to coordinate order and progress to carry out a task lost the ability to communicate with each other. Something impossible, something they never thought would happen, especially in a project like this. A tower, that imposing tower that once did not exist and that now was marked and would always be remembered. Remembered as that mythical tower, that tower that bore the name of Babel. "4,000 before Christ's old world incident, the Tower of Babel." Sent by Jose Leonardo Castro. "2015 Jalisco, Mexico incident. After falling off her motorcycle at more than 156 kilometers per hour, the young woman ends up crashing into the pavement, which would have quickly destroyed her as she was scraped by the asphalt, which acted like a grater, and she had to be collected with a shovel. Case of Mario Cortez, sent by Alex Gonzalez. You're a bus driver. Like every day, you get ready to start your daily shift and do your job. That's how you begin your route. Wow, it's really hot today. Should I take a break and have some ice cream to deal with this intense heat? So, after finishing your trip, you decide to take a break and stop by a shop to have some ice cream. While you're enjoying your ice cream, one of your colleagues comes over to greet you and then sits down with you. As he starts to tell you something he found out, he begins to chat with you that a member of one of the most dangerous gangs in the area was killed in a shootout by members of another gang. And he tells you that things are really out of control right now, since because of that member's death, the rival gang will probably want to get revenge. So there's a lot of tension in the streets, and he tells you to be careful since they can be very hostile. After telling you this, your partner goes back to his work, so you also decide to continue on your route. Hours go by and you're on one of your last trips, since after this you'll be able to go home. Suddenly a truck blocks your way, which doesn't let you move forward. What's going on? Quickly, you see two people get out of the truck, threatening to kill you if you don't get out of the vehicle, so you have no choice but to obey. As you get off the bus, you see other members of the group taking out some red boxes that you can't quite make out, but they look like they were jugs of what seemed to be gasoline. They proceed to douse the bus full of passengers, including women and children, with gasoline. Without blinking, they set the bus on fire. One of them forces you to kneel so you can watch the spectacle. Meanwhile, you watch as your passengers are burned alive, and those escaping through windows are shot by the group's weapons. And now, you can only await your fate just like the others. 2015 El Salvador incident. A gang by mistake stops and pulls the driver off a bus, then sets it on fire with 17 passengers still alive inside, burning them to death. Mexican's case. Sent by Jose Elias. Are you a well-known politician in your country? Because of this, you are used to attending formal events. Therefore, tonight you will attend an event with your fellow politicians, intending to relax for a while. One of your colleagues has told you about a new nightclub in the city, since they say it's really good. And it seems to have a great reputation for its new exclusive atmosphere and its retractable roof, which they say will make you dance under the stars. So you decide to go to that place and arrive after midnight. When they arrive, they notice that the place looks promising, and so they settle into a very important person area and proceed to order some drinks and enjoy the atmosphere. Suddenly, in the middle of the song, you start to hear a strange sound as if it were a drum vibration, but you don't pay much attention to it since it could just be a distortion effect from one of the band's instruments. At that very moment, you notice how the owners of the place have started to open the roof so you can see the stars. Wow. Likewise, several people look up and notice how beautiful the sky looks tonight. Wait a minute, since when does the roof have to move vertically? For it to come off. Wow. Sent by Rafael de la Cruz. Are you a man? In recent years, you have been facing economic difficulties in your country, so you decide that going to a better place will be a good idea. That's how you decide to migrate to the United States, a place with better job and economic opportunities, as well as a better quality of life. So you pack your things and decide to plan your route to cross, starting from the area with the least surveillance to a town south of the border. That's how you choose a route to get to Texas. That's how you start your journey and cross the border illegally. Once you've managed to cross, you realize that all around you is nothing but miles and miles of pure desert. But despite that, you don't pay much attention to it, and you feel safe and calm about yourself. However, far off in the plain, you manage to see a silhouette in the distance, which starts to approach you in a completely carefree manner. So you decide to call out to him, since you think he might be another immigrant, with the same desire to improve his life, and a bit of company wouldn't hurt you either. However, as this person approaches, you begin to notice this for a migrant. His body is very bulky, as well as very tall, and there isn't any trace of facial hair on his face, as well as eyes that seem to pierce deep into your soul. Now that the man is just a few steps away from you, you just realized what's about to happen. And you realize that legends, in many cases, can become reality. Thank you for watching L. Submitted by Samuel Jose Manrique Tirado. All right, friends, this has been today's video. Remember that the goal for this video is only 20,000 likes. I hope we can reach this goal so I can upload the next part. So without anything else to say, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.